and welcome to day 3 of the 10 lesson series on Evolving 40 Life Lessons at 40. That's my book, Evolving 40 Life Lessons at 40. We've looked at 4 of the lessons already. We've done 2 of the lessons in the past 2 YouTube videos of day before yesterday and yesterday. And we've also had 2 lessons during the Instagram live sessions of day before yesterday and yesterday. If you missed any of those ones, you can go back and watch. But today we'll be looking at another lesson, and this is a powerful lesson. It's lesson 33 of my book. And that lesson answers the question of how can I create a great future? How can I create a great future? Yes. Oh, somebody is asking, is it possible for me to create my future? Or life can just, drop anything on my plate? No, you can actually create your future. So lesson 33 says, what creates? What creates? Let me read the first 2 lines. Say, you are your words, and your words have creative powers. Your words can make or mar you. You are your words have creative power, and your words can make or mar you. That's powerful. The Bible says that God created the whole universe by the words of his mouth. And the same Bible says we are created in his image, meaning that we can create with our words. We can create with our words. Yes. And you know the funny thing about this principle is that it doesn't respect whether you're joking or you're serious. So that's why we need to be careful what comes out of our mouth. Whether you are intentional about it or you are not, once you throw out those words have power. They have power. They have creative power. And if you're thinking, is it possible for me to create my future? This is one of the ways by which you can create your future. This is one of the ways by which you can create a great future for yourself. Your words have creative powers, and you need to use this power to your advantage. Use it in your favor. Yes. Your words have power. What have you been doing with your words? Some of us are so careless with the words of our mouth. We just say anything. Please, going forward, let us be careful what we say with our mouth, because our words carry creative power. I have like 3 stories I gave in this lesson in my book, but let me just share one of the stories with us. I remember at the time when I just got done with my National Youth Service Corps, and I wanted to go to go and help out with something. And I applied for the visa. I went to the embassy. That was in the days when you need to get to the embassy as early as 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m. for you to get on the queue, for you to be attended to and all that. So, and I was living in Lagos, Nigeria, because I was living in another part of the country. I know the pace of life in Lagos. So I had to go with my friend because I wasn't used to any of those locations in Lagos. I had to go with my friend I was staying with that was in Lagos. So we left home very early. I'd gotten to the embassy as early as about 6 a.m. or even before that time. And at the end of the day, I was attended to around 4 p.m. thereabout, and I was denied visa on the ground that, oh, you don't have ties. You don't have ties that will bring you back home. If you go, you won't come back and all that. And I was like, I have an exam I've already paid for that. I'll be writing and all that. Like, no, that's not enough ties. Eventually, to cut the long story short, I was denied the visa. And I was so upset because that day happened to be my birthday. And I'd spent the whole day at the embassy only to be refused visa. And I kept someone outside. And I don't know what they do now, but then you couldn't go with your phone. So I couldn't even communicate with her what was happening. She was just there waiting for me for, that's how many hours? About 10 hours thereabout. And I was so frustrated that I've wasted someone's day. I was so frustrated that at the end of the day, I didn't even achieve what I went to do. And I wasted the whole day. And it was my birthday. The day was gone and all that. So I was so upset. With 2, I don't even know, but I was very upset. Whether with the embassy or with myself, I was just so upset. And as I was walking out of the embassy, I looked back and I said, the next time I'm coming here to get a visa, people will beg me to come and get the visa. And I just left. I said it in anger, in frustration, and I just left. Okay, fast forward about maybe 6 years thereabout down the lane. And where I was working at the time, I was, I was moved to business development, and I had to be on the move. I had a lot of vendors, a lot of companies under me that was managing their accounts and all that. And some of these companies or organizations that I had under my jurisdiction that was managing their account, one of them happened to be an embassy. In fact, this particular embassy where I was denied visa several years back. And I was just doing my thing, doing my work and all that. And after like 6 months or 1 year, one of our contact there was just like, "Oh, Doyin, as a vendor of good standing, we can actually give you a letter to get a visa from the embassy and all that." I was like, "Oh, really nice." But I waved it, I just moved on. And after some months, she was like, "No, it seems you're not serious about this thing." "I'm serious. Now that you have the opportunity, we give you a letter, you go to the embassy, and you'll be given visa, on the platter of gold, since you are one of our very good vendors." I was like, "Okay." So she kept troubling me at the time. I was like, ah. So I was even feeling unserious. So I was like, okay, I discussed with my husband because I was married at the time. So we agreed to go ahead. So we didn't even apply for our kids. We already had two at the time because we were thinking, if you apply for the kids now, they might think we want to run away and not give us the visa. So it was just myself and my husband that applied. So she gave us the letter from the embassy to the embassy that one of the very good vendors, blah blah blah, they should accord me necessary support and grant me the visa. And we went with this letter. Instead of a 6 a.m. appointment, we had a 2 p.m. appointment. 1 or 2 p.m. I can't remember the exact time. It was in the afternoon, no rush. We got in. We just showed letter. We got in. No delay. The whole time we spent at that embassy that day, I'm not sure it was up to 30 minutes. And we're given the visa. They were even asking, "Oh, we can see on your form that you have kids. Why didn't you apply for your kids?" and all that, And they just gave us the visa within less than 30 minutes. And as I was stepping out of that embassy that day, I remember what I said several years back. I just remembered, it came flashing back, that you said the next time you come to this embassy, they will practically beg you to come and collect the visa. They didn't beg me like this, like, "Oh, please now collect our visa." But in a sense, they begged me. My contact there was asking me every now and then, "Oh, you have this opportunity, come and use it, we'll give you a letter." The embassy gave me a letter to the embassy to be given the visa. I didn't have to rush and go early in the morning. I could go at my time, and within few minutes I was attended to. I didn't waste 10 hours of my time. I was attended to and I was given the visa. What creates? That day, I stood in awe of God because I was like, "Oh, this is how this thing works." As in, even though I said it not meaning it, even though I said it out of frustration, even though I said it in anger, my words still came to reality. Since that time, I can assure you, I've been more conscious of what I say with this mouth, because our words create. What do I want you to pick from this lesson is that your words are important. You need to guard the words of your mouth, because your words will actually create your future. You can have what we call an affirmation, a confession that you keep putting on your lips to guarantee you that great future that God has prepared for you. Don't use the words of your mouth to destroy your future. Instead, use your words to create your future. So how can you create your future? Now you know the answer. One of the very key ways you can create your future is by being conscious about what you say. And always remember that words create. Your words have creative power, and you can use it in your favor. Thank you for joining once again. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.